Good day, everyone. Today, we will be discussing the modern age in English literature. The modern age, which is also known as the 20th century, was a time of great literary innovation, experimentation, and cultural upheaval. It was a time marked by 2 world wars, the rise of mass media and consumer culture, and the emergence of new literary movements and styles. In this lecture, we will explore some of the key themes, writers, and movements of the modern age. The themes we will be discussing are: 1. The questioning of traditional beliefs and values. 2. The horrors of war and its impact on society. 3. The search for meaning and purpose in a rapidly changing world. 4. The fluidity of identity and the importance of subjective experience. The questioning of traditional beliefs and values. The modern age was marked by a general disillusionment with the institutions and values that had been held up as the foundation of society. This disillusionment was due in part to the devastating effects of World War I, which shattered the myth of progress and the idea that civilization was inherently good. In literature, this theme is reflected in works that challenge the established norms and values of society, such as T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land, and D.H. Lawrence's Lady Chatterley's Lover. The horrors of war and its impact on society. The modern age was also a time of unprecedented violence, with 2 world wars taking place during the century. The horrors of war left a lasting impact on society, and many writers sought to reflect this impact in their works. This theme is reflected in works that explore the psychological effects of war on individuals, such as Wilfred Owen's Dulce et Decorum Est, and Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms. The search for meaning and purpose in a rapidly changing world. The modern age was characterized by rapid technological advancements, which brought about a new sense of fragmentation and dislocation. In literature, this theme is reflected in works that explore the search for meaning and purpose in a world that is constantly changing. Examples of works that reflect this theme include F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, and Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway. The fluidity of identity and the importance of subjective experience. The modern age was also marked by an increased awareness of the individual and the importance of subjective experience. This theme is reflected in works that explore the fluidity of identity and the complex interplay between the individual and society. Examples of works that reflect this theme include James Joyce's Ulysses, and Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse. Many writers of this period broke with tradition and created works that challenged traditional literary forms and conventions. Here are some of the most notable writers and works of the modern period. T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot was one of the most important poets of the modern period. His works, including The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, and The Waste Land, reflected his belief that the modern world was a wasteland devoid of meaning and purpose. Eliot's works are known for their complex symbolism, illusions, and use of multiple voices. Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf was a novelist and essayist known for her innovative writing style and exploration of the inner lives of her characters. Her works, including Mrs. Dalloway and To the Lighthouse, were characterized by their use of stream-of-consciousness narration and focus on subjective experience. Woolf's works are also known for their exploration of themes such as gender and sexuality. James Joyce. James Joyce was an Irish novelist and poet who is widely considered one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. His most famous work, Ulysses, is an epic novel that explores the lives of its characters over the course of a single day in Dublin. The novel is known for its complex narrative structure, use of multiple perspectives, and groundbreaking use of language. W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet and playwright who was a leading figure in the Irish literary revival. His works, including The Tower and The Winding Stair, were known for their exploration of themes such as Irish mythology, mysticism, and the occult. Yeats was also a prominent political figure and was involved in the Irish independence movement. William Faulkner. William Faulkner was an American novelist known for his experimental writing style and exploration of themes such as race, class, and identity. His works, including The Sound and the Fury, and As I Lay Dying, were characterized by their use of multiple narrators, stream-of-consciousness narration, and nonlinear storytelling. Ernest Hemingway. Hemingway is known for his spare, direct writing style, which had a profound influence on modern literature. His most famous works include The Sun Also Rises and A Farewell to Arms, both of which explore the impact of war on individuals and society. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby is one of the most famous works of modern literature. The novel explores the disillusionment of the American dream and the corruption of wealth and privilege. Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett was an Irish playwright and novelist known for his absurdist style and exploration of themes such as human existence and the search for meaning. His most famous work, Waiting for Godot, is a play that portrays the human search for meaning and purpose in a seemingly meaningless world. Sylvia Plath. Plath's poetry, including Daddy and Lady Lazarus, is known for its raw intensity and its exploration of mental illness and personal trauma. During the modern age in English literature, there were several literary movements that emerged, each with their own unique characteristics and contributions to the development of modern literature. Some of the most notable literary movements of this period are modernism. Modernism was a literary movement that emerged in the early 20th century and was characterized by a rejection of traditional literary forms and conventions. Modernist writers sought to capture the fragmented and alienated experience of modern life through experimental techniques such as stream of consciousness narration, non-linear plot structures, and free verse poetry. Imagism. Imagism was a literary movement that emerged in the early 20th century and was characterized by a focus on precise and vivid imagery, often expressed in short, condensed poems. Imagist poets such as Ezra Pound and Hilda Doolittle rejected the sentimentality and overwrought language of the Victorian era, instead emphasizing clarity and economy of expression. Harlem Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance was a literary and cultural movement that emerged in the 1920s and was centered in the Harlem neighborhood of New York City. The movement was characterized by a celebration of African American culture and identity, and its writers, such as Langston Hughes and Zora Neale Hurston, explored themes of racial identity, social injustice, and the search for community. Existentialism. Existentialism was a philosophical and literary movement that emerged in the mid-20th century and was characterized by a focus on individual freedom and choice, as well as the search for meaning and purpose in a seemingly meaningless world. Existentialist writers such as Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus explored themes of existential angst, alienation, and the nature of personal identity. Beat Generation. The Beat Generation was a literary movement that emerged in the 1950s and was characterized by a rejection of mainstream values and a focus on non-conformity and individualism. Key figures of the Beat Generation included Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg, and William S. Burroughs. Feminist literature. Feminist literature emerged as an important movement during the modern age, as women writers sought to challenge traditional gender roles and explore issues of gender and power. Key figures of feminist literature included Virginia Woolf, Sylvia Plath, and Adrienne Rich. In conclusion, the modern age was a time of great literary innovation and experimentation. It was a time marked by the questioning of traditional beliefs and values, the emergence of new literary movements and styles, and the exploration of subjective experience and identity. The works of writers like T.S. Eliot, Virginia Woolf, and James Joyce continue to inspire and challenge readers to this day, and the legacy of the modern age in English literature remains an important part of our cultural heritage. Thank you for listening.